Alright, today I got a Kawasaki hand blower. I call it a hand blower because it's not a backpack kind. Handheld blower, KRH 300A. And what it's got is a relatively short recoil string. And it makes it kind of hard to get started for the guy. You know, when you can only get it to crank over a couple times, and maybe she's not a good runner to begin with, don't know. But I noticed that it's extra short, and he wants a new string put on there that's longer than the one that's currently there. Whoops. What's holding you? Is this all one piece? Be right back. It appears to be part of the fuel tank? I have no idea. We'll take some more apart here. See what's going on. Can't believe that it's not just those 4 bolts. Seems more complicated than it should be. Screws everywhere. Alan, probably didn't have to take that all off. Didn't even think of looking from the bottom. And what size is that going to be? Bring you right back. There we go. And by looking inside here, a lot of times there's a little, on things that are engineered well, there's a little hole there and a groove where you can pull up or cut away that old piece of cord without having to deal with any springs potentially flying out at you. It doesn't look like this is one of those. Looks like I'm going to have to take out the centerpiece, and it comes out the back side. Not looking forward to this. Okay, this spring is engineered better than I thought. It's engineered to go right back in. It's just a little hook. So I thought it was one of those curly springs that spring on you and then you have an impossible time getting it back together. Now I have what I was expecting to see. So just for reference, I'm going to count how many revolutions this one is in there. Usually 4 or 5 is usually good. Starting at the bottom there. 1, 2, 3, about not even 3.5. So yeah, this one's a little on the short side. and that spring is still under there, so I'm going to try not to disturb that. I'm going to hold this in place while I get my new string cut. Now when you're selecting the string, it's always a good idea to get the size right about what came off of there. 4.5 is about the general size of most things. This looks about that size or a hair smaller. I have number 3 here, and that'll be about the smallest you can get, and that way I'll be able to get more wraps on that spindle, which is what the owner wants. So I'm going to use number 3. It'll be plenty strong for this application. This is good woven line here, and then it'll get another, you know, foot maybe of pulling ability, which will help it start. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot. So I'm going to try winding this about 5 times. I did let it go, so I'm going to hold it down and just count by where that little notch is right there. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 5, and then we'll get the hole to line up with there. Lucky shot. Try to do it one-handed while holding that spring to get spring back. How about that? Pull that tight. Let it suck in the string. And that spool's about full there. So we can't go more than 5 wraps even with this small line. Alright. Now I'll put this back in. The little hook goes up in there. There we are. Alright, now we'll get our handle, pull that through, there's a little piece of metal there that acts as a retainer, I guess. Alright, so we got a little extra here. It won't recoil in, obviously, if it's too long. I'm going to pull it in and out under tension a few times, just to see how long we can get it. Make sure it all reels back up in there the best way. You don't really want this thing flopping out. You want it to be able to get all the way back into its home, obviously. about all you want to go. Not the sharpest cutter in the world. This is. And just to prevent it from ratting out, I'm going to do the same thing, just burn that end a little bit. Just makes it look more professional. There we go. Now we're ready to put that back on. Alright, make sure everything's all lined up good. Yep. And I forgot to put the one from the bottom, which can't go in afterwards, or rather can't go in after this is put on. About it. Alright, I hereby declare this Kawasaki blower recoil Wildwood certified. Thanks for watching.